No, you didn't, Q. No, you didn't, Q. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. You see Rita all up in my thing, all up in my grill? Y'all see Rita all up in my grill? Rita's all up in my space right now. Ooh, what is these right here?
Stop.
Rita's all up in my grill right now. Listen, y'all, we're going to have us a good old time today. We're going to have us phenomenal time today. And I'm not sure that I've ever really I guess I have. This is going to be something a little different. Don't you start, Q. Don't you start, Q. We're going to do it a little bit differently. We're going to do a live breakdown. Where's my glasses at? You see my glasses?
Yeah, right here.
Can you
I don't know how you want me to continue.
bring me a towel or a rag or something like that. All right, so what we're gonna do is Jesus, what did we order? We door dashing up in this joint, and my bill is $92.
That's because they expensive.
How?
I mean, I got salmon, so that's a little.
We got to give them a good tip though, because they ain't as good this interesting
did you
weather.
tell them to bring it up here?
Yeah.
You put the number and stuff.
Anyways,
Good job, babe.
I know what I'm doing. I got this. Anyway, so while we're ordering our DoorDash, I might as well go ahead and just make the payment right now.
Can I sit right there?
You can be wherever you want to. You
go?
can lay in the bed.
Oh, okay.
You can do whatever you want to do.
That's what I want to do.
It's all on you, boo.
I want to lay in the bed.
Crazy DoorDash payment, $105 for DoorDash.
Wow, that's a lot of money, honey.
Oh, you got that high end stuff.
I got salmon.
Ooh, Rita got that high end. Listen, that's not what we're here for right now. We're about to do. I can't believe what I'm seeing in the chat.
What's wrong?
I can't believe she said. Rita over Anton.
Who said that?
Q.
Yeah, that's my baby girl.
So while Rita is over there, no worries, having a good time. I'm going to chat with her. And get out of the chat, Rita. I am going to break down Monique. Now, what I didn't realize when you guys was talking to me earlier, because I was live streaming this morning, and I was talking about everything that was happening with the Lapeef network on the live stream, Lapeef Let's Talk last night, right? And then my dog Daryl Long says, Anton, you gotta react to this whole Monique situation because she was just live. So I go over to Monique's page and I'm like, yo, okay. So apparently you went live yesterday too. So we're gonna do a double live, but we're gonna break it up, right? I'm gonna do this live right now, and this is gonna take a while because apparently I haven't seen it, but I realized that she went live yesterday. So I'm gonna break down what she said from her live yesterday, and then either tomorrow or sometime Sunday or something like that, I'll break down the live that she did today in her response to DL Hughley. All right. So let me just make sure I do our announcements. We got a little bit of housekeeping to get out of the way. First and foremost, we got Fight Club tonight. That link is in the description. If you have not subscribed to Fight Club, it is going to be awesome. I want you guys to join in on the Monique conversation. And we're going to rock out. So we got Fight Club tonight at 11:45 Eastern. So that's roughly 3 hours and 45 minutes. So we're going to pop off on that. The second thing is make sure you join the Patreon because I just dropped an announcement and I'm dropping a Patreon exclusive video tomorrow. I'm dropping a Patreon exclusive video. All right. If you need to kick it with me personally, email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com and I'm going to get you scheduled. In addition to that, I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing here. All day, Rita.
Yes.
Where have I been all day?
You have been here working all day.
Where have I been all day?
You've been here working all day.
I have been here working all day. I have been working on work. I have been working on business. I have been working on making sure that the people in the Patreon got every single thing that they need in order to be successful. I have been grinding all day. This is what my day looks like, except for you see me in this hotel room. I am in Miami, Florida. I said the weather isn't that great anyway. I might as well get ahead so I can sleep on a plane when I finally fly back to Michigan. So I grind. I don't miss. I grind on everything. So much so to where I was looking at my calendar and I said, Joe, I'm going to have to make some adjustments because we need to figure out where we can grind more. I don't miss. I have lived in this hotel since I've landed in Miami yesterday. I have not left. I played pool downstairs. I went to the bar. I got some breakfast, and I just been getting it. I went to the gym. Look, I got my compression. Look, Tom Dog went to the gym. Woo! Anton went to the gym today. Came back, chill. Yeah. Look at Q. Can Patreon members sign up one-on-one to find a husband? Q, I got you. I got the perfect man for you. I have the perfect man for you. There's no point in getting beachfront because I already knew. Q, you know we down here for business. But I mean, you know, we got the view, but it's gonna be raining the entire time that we here, so it doesn't make any difference, right? You would be wasting money. So, anyways, now I want to get in. I should make you feel lazy, Eric. I want to get into the Monique thing. So before we get started, let me make sure that y'all can hear it correctly. Y'all can hear it correctly. You need that info, Jazzy? You know what I'm going to do? Q gave me an idea, and I'm about to get into this Monique video. Q gave me an idea, and the idea is I'm going to do a live stream specifically for the ladies. I'm going to let the ladies cam up and give me their thoughts and ask me anything. Now, one thing that I realize is that the ladies don't feel as comfortable sometimes when some of you guys are up there getting aggressive. Y'all be up there trying to make the ladies feel a certain type of way. Y'all be getting aggressive. So I'm going to create an environment where the ladies can jump up on the panel and they literally can ask me anything. I don't know what day that's going to be on. I'm thinking it maybe be on, I don't know, Fridays. Saturday night, I don't know. Every day I be out here working. Huh?
It ain't another day left.
It is another day left.
No, it's not.
It's plenty of days. What about Tuesday?
No.
Tuesday, yes, ma'am.
No.
We're going to figure it out, ladies. We're going to get it popping. Yeah, it's going to be dope. No. It's going to be dope. We ain't worried about her. Shh. Hey, ma'am. Y'all remember what I told y'all that I do for Rita? And you step on it. So she can't pick it up off the ground and open up her mouth again. All right. So let's get into it. I want y'all to make sure. Let me know if y'all can hear this. I'm going to play it a little bit. I want to make sure that my audio is correct. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
There it is. Hello, our sweet babies. How's everyone doing?
Can y'all hear that?
We're going to give it a few seconds, so for as many that can come into the live can make their way in.
You can hear that on the live?
Yep.
You can hear it really good? Mm-hmm. So we all good on our audio. All right, cool. We good on the audio. It's time to break down this whole Monique situation. Make sure y'all join the Patreon. Link is in the description. What am I missing? Coaching, email me. Go to my website and email me. And then last but not least, Fight Club tonight. All right. I have not seen this video. Not even a minute of it. I have not seen this video at all. What I am watching with you guys, I am going to be checking it out and reacting to it in real time. Now, apparently, people are telling me that she went off on Vivica Fox and she went off on her own fellow lunch lady. And well, it's not a little low. It's just that that's how she was talking. So it's nothing I can do about her audio. Since I'm gone and I'm in Miami, I got to use StreamYard instead of what I usually use because my internet at the crib is like fiber and what goes on in these hotels is completely different. So you got to bear with me. All right. Let's get it. So I'm reacting to this in real time. Let's rock out.
And for the ones that's coming in, we want to say thank you and welcome. Welcome to us. Daddy, we ain't done this in so long.
We haven't done it in a while.
Why does she call him daddy? I don't understand why she call him daddy.
Come on in. So we can have this conversation openly, honestly, loudly.
Maybe that's
and with love.
And with love. Let it be lovely.
Now, first of all, the first thing that I'm noticing right here is all of the fakeness. We seen what she was acting like on that stage. Remember when she was acting like on that stage? Mm-hmm. She was full of the devil. She called I called it out on my live stream when I broke it down. She was full of the devil and she said every name in the book. She said, now it's, oh, my loves, my babies. Hey, such BS, man.
We want the ones, like I said, that get it. And we really want the ones.
That's what your aunties do. That's what your aunties do.
The comedians, the journalists.
She didn't go off on Corey.
We want y'all to come on in. So we can have an open and honest conversation. And then, y'all may answer some things for yourself and ask yourself, how would you have handled the situation? How are you going to deal with it?
There's nothing I can do. She talking low.
And
I got it up as high as it can go.
His way into the live.
Well, are you listening?
Just letting the babies come on in.
My AirPods in.
Okay.
Hey, sweet babies.
That's nothing I can do. She didn't go off on Corey. I'm gonna break down that Corey Holcomb thing too eventually.
Some of y'all comments. Some of the comments that I have been reading, some have been so
see,
just delicious love.
She's so fake. She is so fake. They said, Anton, I thought you wanted to be called daddy. That's because I actually pay all of the bills and I'm the one to give the instruction. I'm not the one that's the simp that's allowing my chick to go out and get bussed down by a bunch of other dudes like he is. I'm not the one that's letting my chick pay all the bills. It's a little different. She, like D.L. Hughley said, she should be calling him son. I hate when people act fake. She doing all of this. No, talk how you was talking on the stage in Detroit, hussy.
Some of them y'all mad. It's like, baby, what's wrong? Wait a minute, did it just go dark? Oh,
she's so fake.
All right.
She's so fake.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock. Oh, you talk.
This past weekend.
Oh, you talk.
It was very eventful. And I had a show at the Fox Theater on Saturday night in Detroit.
I said she'd be talking fake.
Gone viral with me speaking very openly and candidly about my feelings towards
hate.
Hughley,
it's called hate.
The contract.
It's called hate.
And the past.
It's called hate.
And as I was on that stage saying what I was saying, let me be clear. It was intentional.
We know.
It was intentional.
Just like all the rest of the aunties.
The contract situation and the headliner situation, that was just the icing on the cake for D.L. Hughley and I.
She already hated him.
Back though.
Take him back.
Let's take him back to the beginning so everybody can get an understanding of where the love fest, if you will, ended.
Let me turn it up, Daddy. They saying turn it up.
All right.
Okay.
So, first of all, shut your ass up. We don't want to hear you. We only want to hear your mama. That's A. B, if you felt a certain type of way about somebody like you did Netflix, Lee Daniels, Oprah, Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, and Charlamagne the God, then why are you just now waiting to call it out when you get into a dispute or a contract situation? And more importantly, why are you asking? And again, I have not watched this video. I don't have any idea what she's going to say. Why were you seeking to work with him 3 times when he turned you down before he then relented and then he rocked with you at the Fox? Let's continue.
So let me just take y'all back to where when you think you're cool with somebody, you find out that you're not. Some time ago when D.L. Hughley, he still has his radio show, and they called me to do an interview. I go on to do the interview, and I'm getting interviewed by the sister Jasmine, and I can't remember the other gentlemen that were in the room. It was one of his producers, and it was another gentleman on the radio.
I want her to talk like she was.
I can't remember their names. So we're having a great time doing this interview. Well, when we get to the end of the interview, The sister Jasmine says, "Hey, Monique, would you like to play a game?" And I said, "Okay, sis, let's play the game." Well, when she said the game is called Would You Rather? So I said, "Okay, I'm down for it." And then the sister says to me, "Would you rather your husband sleeps with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?"
Breathe that in for a sec.
Okay, I breathed it in, and it sounds like a comedy question. I just breathed it in. Okay, Daddy. Zaddy. I'm going to call him Zaddy. I breathed it in. It sounds like a thing that you would ask people when you're trying to be funny as a comedian. It sounds like they're trying to get decent content. And it also sounds like D.L. Hughley did not ask the question just like she just said. It was an assistant, it was a show producer, it was somebody else that was on the show that has nothing to do with D.L. Hughley, A, and then B, it's a funny hypothetical question. I've never seen a comedian get sensitive about content that's being produced on a show. Let me say that one more time, because we often, at times, especially at the time that Dave Chappelle was popping off, every single thing that we all said, first of all, I think it's a funny question, especially considering who her husband is. That's a whole nother conversation. But we all say comedians are sacred, that they are the sacred cows that should be able to make us laugh, A, B, take us away from the things that we deal with on a regular basis, and then C, they address issues that most of society is too sensitive to address. And so as a result, we deem them sacred, and then we let them have all the grace in the world to say anything that they want to say. And you openly are in an open relationship with your son that you call your daddy. So I don't understand what the problem is. I breathed it in. And this is the problem, is because you got women always infiltrating men's spaces saying that they can handle it, and then you can't. You can't handle the thing that you really, really, really say that you can, that men have been dealing with every single day. You a comedian, y'all know what it is. If you sit in the front row, you get these L's. And now you want to get offended at you being, they asked you if you wanted to play a game. They asked you the question. You can say, okay, I don't even want to play the game anymore. More importantly, if you are offended, then you address it with the person that asked you the question, not D.L. Hughley, because he has nothing to do with it. But that's just my opinion. That's my take on it.
Now, for those of you who didn't hear it and you might just have joined the room, I want to take you back to that moment. This sister, a Black woman, asked me when they were playing this game called Would You Rather, "Hey, Monique, would you rather your husband sleeps with Lee Daniels with a condom or Corinne Steffens without one?"
She said it was a game, though.
Now, the question that I would ask anybody that's listening, is that offensive? Is that insulting?
Oh, not a comedian getting offended.
Is that going too far?
I didn't know comedians can go that far.
When you are pro-Black or portray yourself as a pro-Black man, how is that helpful to the community to ask, would you sleep with Lee Daniels?
Wait a minute. So now nobody can even talk about Black people. Let me tell you what's not helpful to the community. Again, I'm seeing this for the first time. I don't even know how we got here. How did this turn into a pro-Black issue when she asked you, not D.L. Hughley, another woman asked you if you wanted to play a game, and then she asked you a hypothetical question of would you rather? Would you rather your husband sleep with Lee Daniels with a condom on, or would you rather he sleep with Superhead? Whatever. Okay, so let's just say you one of the sensitive comedians, right? How did this turn into a pro-Black issue? If we talking about pro-Black, I seen nothing but coonery and the most ghetto, disrespectful, horrible behavior on that stage, emasculating Black men, going off on his mama, even cussing out his dog. And I heard more niggas and fucks and shits with her on the stage. As a matter of fact, that's the whole shtick behind how women comedians really get their rocks off. They don't really be that funny. They don't really have any content. So they lean into the most horrible, egregious, nastiest kind of set that they can come into. And it's usually something about, oh, a dude and he busts me down, or oh, nigga, and all of this other type of stuff. That's what I heard on the stage. So don't miss me with the pro-black movement. I don't know how we got there. You can say I was offended at the fact that she asked me something about my husband, but this is not a black issue. This is not a black issue. Please miss me with that blackity black jump. I can't. Oh man, is this a reach? Am I missing it? Am I the only one that's missing it? We can continue to rock. This is gonna be fun. I got time tonight. I'm stuck in here because of the weather.
With a condom, or Corinne Steffens without, because any way Monique speaks on it, what happens? You're downgrading the other person.
Yes.
And despite the fact that
I don't want to answer
Monique
it. It's simple.
I'm
out of it. I don't want to answer it. Keep it moving.
To say anything negatively against them in that regard, she wasn't going to play that.
Okay, so she don't say nothing.
Point, then what happened?
So DL was not there that day.
Oh my God.
I said to his team, let me call DL Hughley, because what I know is that brother ain't down like that. He gonna have a problem with y'all saying that kind of foolishness. So I get DL Hughley's telephone number and I call DL Hughley and I said, hey man, I just did an interview with your people.
I can't wait to do the second
this
video.
This is what they trying to run. Like, this is the game they trying to play. And DL's response was, that's just how we do. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
I said, really, brother? So.
Oh, no, now I'm brother. When did I become brother? Now I'm brother? Now it's really brother? Yeah, I'm backing up my co-host. We play this game with everybody. What's the problem? What's the problem? Yo, shout out to D.L. Hughley for actually having some balls to stand up to these modern women in the first place. Shout out to D.L. Hughley, and he wasn't even there to say, oh, that's just how we, and I can imagine, she probably, I guarantee you, Rita, I guarantee you she's taking it out of context. Let me tell you what probably really happened. She called him, hey, honey, your co-host, and you probably need to handle that or whatever. She gonna ask me this question. And he was probably, let me tell you how he really was. He was probably like, okay. He probably was like, oh, that's just how we do it. Oh, that's just how we do it. I guarantee you that's how he probably said it. Oh, that's just what we do up there. I wouldn't even play. I wouldn't even trip like that. I'm telling you, don't let people take it out of context, because the reality is much different than what she's saying. Oh, man. See, this is why we need spokespeople.
Oh, we attack families now? Like, what you doing? Like I said,
you attack families on a stage?
I said, DL, I would suggest you don't air that, because I don't think it's going to make you look good to the community.
To the community.
Now, if y'all notice, that never got aired, and I never said anything.
Okay, so why you bring it back up?
Years, I never said anything.
So she made a suggestion. He disagreed and said, "Oh, this is what we do," right? She made a suggestion. Oh, honey, I don't think you should air that. She asked him not to air it, probably because she made a choice and said, "Oh, I'd rather him sleep with Lee Daniels." Let's be clear. So she asked him not to air it. He didn't air it. He wasn't there. He never asked the question. He accepted her phone call, and then he didn't air it at her request. What are you complaining about? What's the problem? Nobody would have ever even known about it had she not got on the stage and said something about it. Okay, so right now, I see nothing that would cause or would warrant a woman to get out of pocket and jump on stage and say the things that she said. I see nothing. Maybe I'm off. I see nothing.
I kept it to myself, because what I knew was that I was going to see DL Hughley again. Now, after that situation happened, it let me know, for whatever reason, DL Hughley was not cool with me.
What am I missing here? Are y'all seeing the same thing? This is why you need to get out of this echo chamber. Because when you got people that back up your behavior, rather than call you out on your stuff, let me tell you something. Me and Rita, on a regular basis, I run stuff by her, or I'll be about to do something, and she'll be like, yo, Anton, I don't know about that move. That's not going to be good for your brand or whatever, so on and so forth. And we have a civil discourse, but she does, or she says the thing that's best for me because she knows that she wants me to be successful. It's not an echo chamber. I see nothing. All of a sudden, he's not cool with you, even though he wasn't there. He never asked the question. You asked him not to air the interview. He did not air the interview. And now all of a sudden you reach and talking about y'all not cool. Well, it's on your accord. You had his phone number to call him with regard to this issue. So now why you bringing it up back in the... Yo, stay away from these aunties, bro. Stay away from these aunties, man.
For whatever reason. Then through the years, and I want y'all
this
to
was
hear
years
me,
ago.
Through the years
ago.
I listened to this man talk about all that I'm not, what I didn't deserve. I was mentally ill. I was bitter. Me and my husband did poor business. I was selfish.
Where?
I was fanatic.
Show it.
I was psychotic.
Push it.
Now, don't take my word, please.
I want to see it.
You can Google it for yourself.
No, I'm not Googling
YouTube it for yourself.
You show it. You showed the contract.
Speaks on Monique. And through the years, my babies, I said nothing because I knew the day would come that I would see D.L. Hughley.
So, what part of any of that? She do bad business, she bitter, and all of this other type of stuff. So let me ask y'all a question. What part of it wasn't true? If that be true, if that's what he said, which I never actually heard him say anything, for some reason I believe that if he would have said that, that would have been front page news. Somebody would have caught it. Somebody would have called it out. What part of it isn't true, A? And B, I want to see the interview. I'll react to that. You know me, I have no problem calling D.L. Hughley out.
Every interview he's done, I didn't get it from nobody else's mouth. I watched it for myself. And I watched this brother sit down with that white cat. Vlad. And tell this white man all that I wasn't, as the white man told him all that me and my husband wasn't. And I watched D.L. Hughley go in. Now, it ain't that he just goes in on me. D.L. Hughley has a habit of saying freely what he wants to say about anybody.
Sound like he keeping it consistent to me. That sound like a dude that's about that smoke and he keeping it consistent. He said what he wanted to say about Kevin Samuels. What makes you think you above it? D.L. Hughley has largely spoke in which I've disagreed with a lot of his takes. And when you go on Vlad asks you a lot of different questions about a lot of different people. I'm sure, which I have not seen the interview, if I had to assume, he probably asked about Monique with regard to Lee Daniels, Netflix, and all of this. And D.L. Hughley was probably like, yo, if I was Netflix, I wouldn't give her that either. When did D.L. Hughley... Listen, D.L. Hughley's whole stand-up was going off on people in the audience. He had that same smoke. You the one that said that you wasn't cool with him. You haven't talked to him. If you wanted to, I'm sure you could have called him, but you didn't. And so you held it. You held it until you let it bubble over, and you've had all of this hatred and all of these grudges in your heart for all of these years, and now it's all finally coming out. You letting it all out.
Come on.
Angela Stanton.
Come on. Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Like the young...
Who didn't talk about Kanye West?
The young babies, the rappers, Young Thug and Gunna.
Yeah.
See, and let me tell y'all,
I reacted to Young Thug and Gunna.
About you, D.L. Hughley. I didn't think you would get tender in your feelings because you made the comment about the baby stage names, and you said with names like that, don't you think they would wind up in jail? Well, that's what you said. Well, I thought I was coming back being clever, making a joke, because you know back in the day when somebody was on the DL, you know what they were. I don't think you're a homosexual man, D.L. I was making a joke, and I can't believe you got tender. See, you got tender after you've talked for years. So let me be clear to you babies watching.
Let me ask y'all a question. At what point did you see D.L. Hughley get tender? Not in this whole process. I have not seen him get sensitive. I didn't see him get tender. I didn't see him get offended. She asked him to drop the contract. Show his thing. He showed it. He did not trip when he got on stage. Nobody recorded DL Hughley saying anything negative about her or responding to her at all. When he went on stage afterwards, he didn't trip. He heard you continuing to go on Instagram and continuing to go online and saying negative things about him. So eventually he said, okay, well, this is my side of the story, and this is why Monique is trash. When did DL Hughley at any point get tender or offended at anything that Monique was talking about? I'm curious. Somebody let me know.
Saturday night, I don't care where I went up on that stage, I was going to hand DL Hughley his ass, because through the years, I've listened to this man speak so freely about my poor decisions, my life choices, and he spoke as if we had a conversation sitting down talking.
Now that you hear this, listen, y'all got to pay attention and break this down and be able to cut through the BS. I'm going to tell you exactly what's been going on. So she's begged to do these shows, 3 shows before he finally relented and said, okay, I'm going to do a show with you, Monique. Let's put it all together. Listen, the more that she talks, the more the truth comes out. So she never was actually caring about the contract, and she never expected to go on first. DL Hughley broke it down, and I talked about it the other day, and that she tried to finesse him and set him up. This was a setup from the beginning. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. DL Hughley said it. He said the oldest trick in the book is for a person to come on and almost be late so that the promoters can get nervous and force the person that's actually supposed to go on last to go on before them. She said that she already was going to go off on him from the very beginning. I know she did another live after this. We gonna chop that one up too. Not today. We going in on that one too. She tried to set him up and tried to nuke him. She said it. She just said, I was going to hand him his ass no matter what. Had nothing to do with the contract, had nothing to do with the promoters. She been holding on to this grudge, and she been trying to get at him for a long time. She tried to set him up and have him go first so that she can then come behind him and nuke him. Honest to God, I've never seen this. Somebody sent it to me today. Matter of fact, Daryl Long sent me to her Instagram. I went and found this. She recorded this a day or two ago, and then she did another one live stream. She was trying to set him up. Pay attention to what's being said. She was trying to set him up. She had already made it up in her mind that she was going to nuke him. The contract was BS. She never had a leg to stand on. DL Hughley was supposed to go last. They already told her what time she was supposed to be there. And then she tried to set him up. That's what she just told y'all. That's what I just heard. Let me rewind it for you so you can see it for yourself. She literally, listen.
Man, speak so freely about my poor decisions, my life choices. And he spoke as if we had a conversation sitting down.
Listen.
Talking.
Now, please tell the good.
Hold on. Wait. Shut up, Simp. I don't want to hear you.
I was going to hand the Saturday night. I don't care where I went up on that stage. I was going to hand DL Hughley his ass.
What's up? DL Hughley said, I haven't spoken to Monique in years. I didn't speak to her before the show. I never spoke to her after the show. I haven't spoken to Monique in years. He never spoke to her before the show and after the show. And then she says this, listen.
Let me be clear to you babies watching. Saturday night, I don't care where I went up on that stage. I was going to hand DL Hughley his ass.
Don't nobody do breakdowns like me.
Break it down, boo.
Don't nobody do breakdowns like me. This chick had a vendetta and she was trying to set him up from the beginning. So now do y'all still really believe that whole contract thing? serious. Where we missing? This chick is evil. Your aunties are evil. Evil. They had a setup for this dude way before this whole contract thing in the beginning. She tried to set him up. She tried to take the sniper shot like y'all saying, and she missed. She missed. He recovered, and now he beating her ass. She looking ugly in the light. Please, y'all, listen. If y'all, I don't want to hear nothing from no woman. I want y'all to keep that same Team Monique energy that y'all had 3 days ago when I started breaking this down. I want y'all to really pay attention to what women do. And then she has her simp enforcer who literally told Jamal Bryant, Pastor Jamal Bryant, who himself is a simp enforcer, and Derek Jackson in sheep's clothing, that she asked for an open relationship so the dude that she was rocking with could continue to bust her down. Out of her own mouth. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Listen, if you let somebody talk long enough, they gonna tell on yourself. You gonna tell on yourself. You let them talk long enough, she said it. I'm gonna play it again. Shout out to Kevin Robeson. Said Monique is bogus as hell, man. She remind me of all those church ladies that are sanctified in church, but will cuss you out in the parking lot. Shout out to you. Check it out. DL Hughley. This is what she said, word for word.
So let me be clear to you babies watching. Saturday night, I don't care where I went up on that stage. I was going to hand DL Hughley his ass because through the years,
it was already set up. It had nothing to do with a contract. Nothing to do with a contract. How come she ain't sued the promoters? How come she ain't went after people? How she ain't got her lawyers to put together? And the contract that she showed y'all is something that her own people wrote up. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. See through the BS. See through it. Let's continue. We got a lot to get through.
I listened to this man speak so freely about my poor decisions, my life choices, and he spoke as if we had a conversation sitting down talking.
Now,
and she had his number and never called him.
Out there, what it is that made you
I'm cooking tonight
on his show to be blindsided by that question in the first place? What was it about your relationship that made you think he was a comrade in comedy?
See,
look at him.
I'm one of them old school kind of girls.
We know.
I'm one of them old school.
We know. You the ones that messed up families.
Down the block kind of girls.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get invited
straight from the hood
to my home, that means something to me. And this was back in the day. This was back in the 90s. 25 years,
over 25 years ago.
I was opening up for D.L. Hughley.
Yep.
And I was excited.
And he put you on.
Comedy Club in Upper Maryland.
He put you on.
It was the night of a Mike Tyson fight.
Mm-hmm.
So no one showed up. 10 people showed up to the show. It was no judgment because everybody understood when Mike Tyson fight, the world shuts down. So
talk to him.
For whatever reason.
Tell on yourself.
The date, they booked me on the show with them. I'm excited. We get there. It's 10 people. I say, hey, DL, so the night's not a total bust. Why don't you and your audience, because they came to see him, come on back to my home. We can watch the fight. I'll fix some food. Let's have a good time. So I invite this man back to my home.
And he went.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but my home is my sacred place.
Cool.
But I invite him and his audience back so people wouldn't walk away disappointed that there was no show. So that's why I felt like from that moment to the moment I did his radio show and they tried to come with foolishness, I always thought DL Hughley and I were cool.
Cool.
Always.
So who was they? Because she literally said that DL Hughley wasn't there. She literally broke down and said, yo, he wasn't there. But then when I called him, he said, oh, that's just how we rock on the show. Out of her own mouth. She asked him not to air the show. He didn't air the show. What's the problem? What's the problem? Why are you so bitter?
Never knew that he had so much to say.
And had Brother DL, because regardless of the beef, that's still our brother.
Come on.
Lies.
But had Brother DL simply said, I
Don't brother me.
That offended you, I apologize for catching you off. I could see how that could.
They say, Anton, have you heard about what Monique posted about DL's daughter? Oh, we gonna get there. Listen, y'all. Listen. We gonna slow cook this one. We got this one today. I'm gonna break this down tomorrow, probably. The next one. Don't worry about it. Shout out to Daryl Long for putting me up on what's going on with Monique. We gonna slow cook this one, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue.
To catch you off, because had my wife came on there and you said something like that to her in reference to me, that would have been insulting, because we are supposed to be protective of one another in that regard. But beyond that, because
I didn't even know that this dude talked.
Me that's what he said.
The only time I ever heard this guy talk is when he talked about his chick getting buzzed down by another dude.
Utilizing me. I've never heard him talk. I took exception to him utilizing Brother Lee and Sister
Corinne,
because what had they done to him? Again,
what are you talking about? They literally said he wasn't even there. He wasn't even there. What the fuck are you talking about? Who is this simp enforcer that allows his chick to go and get mushed? And when the dudes mush your chick, they got all of the jizz in their hand and they just mushing your chick's face in. Who is this dude that's in an open relationship talking about my chick can get buzzed down by another man? Who are you, sir? Come to the front of the congregation. Please come to the front of the congregation. Who is this Hoppo? Who is this man? Who is this man? Hoppo, who this man? Who is this man? Master Candy, who is this nigga on this neck? Who is this nigga up on that neck? I snatch your big boy. I snatch your black ass off that neck. Who is this nigga? And who came to hear Brother Sidney talk? I'm sorry, sir, who are you? Who are you? Who came to hear Sidney? We not here to hear you. We here to hear the lunch ladies. We are here for the lunch ladies. Who is this nigga up on this neck? Jesus Christ. Well, let's continue. Rita, who is this
when you
nigga?
are a senior in the community and you 59 years old and your history is you used to be in the gang, you dropped out of school, you got your GED. That right there is an incredible story of how somebody made mistakes, turned it around, came from nothing, and made something of himself.
What are you talking about?
Can't help but give him props, be proud of him. But when you listen to him go after Ice Cube, because that man made a decision as a man to say, I'm not going to get that vaccination, and it doesn't matter how much money it is.
How did he go after Ice Cube?
That's
he got an
what
opinion.
You call integrity. When you have a...
You know, it's funny because we watched Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle addressed everybody. Dave Chappelle just cracked jokes. Nobody tripped. Nobody tripped. Hannibal Buress went after Bill Cosby, and nobody blinked. Hannibal Buress ruined Bill Cosby's whole life, and nobody blinked. But now all of a sudden they butthurt because D.L. Hughley is doing exactly what D.L. Hughley has been doing since the inception of his career. He did it on the Kings of Comedy. He's been doing it since the beginning of time. And D.L. Hughley speaks his mind, which is one of the reasons why he's so polarizing, because people feel a certain type of way about how he stands on certain issues, especially as it relates to politics, black men, and the jokes that he cracked. This is not new. And now all of a sudden you want to get offended? Another comedian? Come on, man. Come on, bro. Somebody get this nigga off this nag. Gosh.
Brother named Kanye that has had the challenges that he's had. And you have him calling that man out as opposed to calling him up.
Who didn't call out
"Let me
Kanye?
put my arm around you."
Even Dave Chappelle said something about
talking
Kanye.
about, we come from a place called Whoop Ass.
The whoop ass tribe.
The Whoop Ass tribe. Listen, that may have been cool when you were younger, but what you trying to give to the young folks? Because if they get the whooping on people, they going to jail.
Maybe we should listen
I'm
to
54.
you. Give us some relationship
I'm
advice.
59. Steve 62. Monique 50-something years old. What we like look
You
like?
said 50-something. I'm 54.
My bad.
Don't kiss her on the head. He don't even know his own chick's name. Monique 57. You said 57. I'm 54. You look every bit of 63. Every bit of 63. Oh, don't kiss her on the forehead, bro. You have no idea what's been up there. You have no idea how many millions of kids have been on that forehead. Hold on. Not missing an age on her live. I'm 54.
DL 59. Steve 62. Monique 50-something years old.
And he kissed
what
her.
We like look
you
like?
50-something. I'm 54.
My bad. 54. I know.
My bad. I know.
He said 50-something.
Oh, no, he said 57. He said 57. Hold on. I'm going to rewind it for you. Oh, my bad. I know. Don't never trust a fast talking nigga up on that nag. Hold on. Listen.
Monique 50-something years old. What?
Monique 57 years old. You said, that's why she said, you said 57. I'm 54. You said 57, I'm 54.
We like look
you
like
said 50-something. I'm 54.
My bad. 54. I know.
My bad. I know. Even let's say he said 50 something, he still don't know.
You don't know.
You said 57. I'm 54. Now we know. Listen. We know that if that dude was behind closed doors and that camera wouldn't know, what you call me?
Mm-hmm.
I know how aunties get. That dude would have been sleeping on the couch all night long. Let's continue.
But
woo,
what good
this is a good one.
Would it do our old asses out here fighting? So
then get your chick,
the
bro.
point of all of that is there's an old saying, you live by the sword and you die by the sword.
Cool.
If you
then take your L, Monique.
Talking about Rizza Islam in reference to his opinion about a vaccine. If
who came to see him speak?
Our sister
Angela
Stanton. And
she keep correcting him.
But then she approaches you in the airport to see your personal opinion about it, but you call security. If you don't believe me, reach out and ask.
Okay. We sorry. Okay.
We saying to you then.
Are you still talking?
We shouldn't talk about people and then not have the same energy when we see them, when we talked about them.
When the DL did not have the same energy is what I'm trying to figure out.
People that didn't start anything with you.
Go ahead.
No, baby, go ahead.
Oh, and I want to address something too, because I want y'all to watch how people like D.L. Hughley will throw smoke and mirrors to try to distract from what it really is.
When?
If you watch the video of what I said.
We watching.
If you watch that video.
We seen it.
I didn't say anything insulting in reference to that man's family, nor his beautiful wife. What I said.
Are we kidding ourselves? Did we not all watch the same video? She said she didn't say anything insulting about this man's family, nor his wife. Are y'all feeling the teach? Look how clean my skin is. Look at this. I ain't got a bump in sight. Nothing. This is a day and a half removed from getting my lineup and all of that. Not a. Make sure you feel a teach. I'm just saying we gotta take a smoke break or something after that. Was we watching the same video? She went in. She not only came for him and his family and his wife sucking his dick. Literally, literally, she even came for the dog. Do they got dementia or something? What is wrong with this chick? Let me get to some of these super chats. Man, they hate DL. They know everything he has done. They've been watching. They watch everything about his career. You are absolutely correct. Why did she agree to do the show with him if she didn't rock with him? Not only that, Philly, thank you for the super chat. Not only did she agree to do the show with him, she asked to do 3 shows before he ever jumped on stage, and she had a vendetta to nuke him before she ever. Man, y'all better watch these hoes. Y'all want to, and then they gonna keep calling you baby. Shout out to Emmanuel Williams. Corey Holcomb said she does not have any jokes set up. This was the only way for her to get back in the spotlight. She is hot trash. She is a liar. Oh, I'm going to break all that down. It's going to be a beautiful 3 days. We're going to take our times and we're going to slow cook this. Shout out to Tyra for the super chat. Thank you, baby cakes. I appreciate you. I'm going to say it like, that's my new thing. I'm going to start talking. I appreciate you, my loves. I appreciate you, baby. I appreciate you, my loves.
Is I feel sorry for your family. I feel sorry for your wife. Now, the other part that I said, y'all know what it was, and I'm going to leave it on the stage.
Are these people delusional? Honestly. Are these people crazy? I'm genuinely curious. Are these people delusional or crazy? She just said, let me back up. Hold on.
Yo, I didn't say anything of what I said. It really is. If you watch the video of what I said, if you watch that video, I didn't say anything insulting in reference to that man's family, nor his beautiful wife. What I said is I feel sorry for your family. I feel sorry for your wife. Now, the other part that I said, y'all know.
What? Is she crazy? Is she not listening to what she say? I might have, listen, if I was the simp enforcer behind her, I might have whispered in her ear and said, hey, baby, that's exactly what it means. Mm-hmm. Hey, baby, that's exactly what it means. This chick is out of control. Women are out of control. Even the women comedians. And y'all team Monique, okay.
And I'm going to leave it on the stage.
But to be specific, without being specific, you essentially said,
she does live in the Victim Olympics.
For your wife having to perform a sexual act on a coward.
That's exactly.
How do you perform a sexual act on a coward?
The same way that you let your chick get mushed and another dude is jizzing all over her and then you come back and kiss her in the mouth. Now, how about that? How about that, Zaddy? The same way that some dude is mushing up on your chick and then you come back behind her and you spoon her at the same time of the night while she still got jizz oozing out of her in the back of her. How about that one? How about that? Why would you suck the cock of a coward? Oh, okay. Well, why would your chick suck the cock of who knows who and then come back and kiss you in the mouth? How about that one? Which one is worse? Here, let's play Would You Rather, like they asked her on the D.L. Hughley's game. Let's play Would You Rather. Would you listen, audience, would you rather? Would you rather? This is the last person that needs to be saying anything. Audience, would you rather have your chick suck the cock of you if you're a coward, or have your chick go out and get monster smashed, dumpster dived on, and WWE pile drived on by another man and then come back, kiss her in the mouth, and then spoon on her, and she didn't even really get it all up out of her because it's still leaking? Which one would you rather have? Let's play Would You Rather. Ain't that the game that you got offended by in the first place? Would you rather have your chick getting pile drived on by a nice hard BBC? Or would you rather your chick come on home and then rock out with somebody who may be a little bit cowardly. Come on, man. Who is Hoppo? Who is this nigga? Who is this nigga up on the neck? Boy, you are the last person that should be talking on any kind of live stream about what somebody's wife is doing in the bed with them.
There is nothing that was said about your wife.
Nothing.
Your family.
Nothing.
It was directed specifically to you.
So
using my wife.
Clear again, for all the shade droppers, tea
Cornball.
spillers, candy bar biters. Saturday night, D.L. Hughley was going to get his ass handed to him.
So you was setting them up.
Through the years, I've heard this man have a lot to say about me. And what the type of person I am, if y'all don't know by now, on nobody's radio show, talk about how I felt towards D.L. Hughley. I wasn't going on nowhere. I was going to make sure the night that I spoke about D.L. Hughley, I wanted D.L. Hughley to be there. Now, I want to address something else. And everything I'm saying, please find it out for yourself. I want to address something. When D.L. Hughley says, and then she brought in Steve Harvey. See, let me tell y'all something. This ain't new. I watched D.L. Hughley and Steve Harvey sit on his show and lie.
DL show.
On DL show and lie. I watched Steve
Now we
Harvey
know what
say
your
to
track
Vivica,
record is, Monique.
We had to edit the show because Monique was saying some crazy stuff and we had to protect her. And then DL says, yeah, man, you was just trying to protect her. And then Steve says, yeah, man, well, let me ask this question. When did they get into the black women protection business?
The minute that they married black women. That was an easy answer. She said, when did they get into the black women protection business? The minute that you called them and asked them not only not to air, shout out to us, Stacey Rules, and says, I'm still Auntie Jazz Lips Momo. The minute that you asked them not to do something and they didn't do it, A. B, the minute that they married two black women. That's when they got into the women protection business. The minute that they had daughters. That's the minute that they got into the black woman protection business. Where we at? What we miss? Where we at? What we miss? How dare a woman have anything to say about what a man is or isn't doing when it comes to living life, protecting, and boy, oh man, I'm about to get cooking. I am about to get cooking. The minute that they married women and had children by them, they were in, matter of fact, not only that, the minute that they was born, they were in the black woman protection business. They mother, they auntie, they sister, and your fat ass. That's when they got into the black woman protection business.
So that's why I said Steve Harvey that night.
How dare you?
So that night, DL, what you got back was the medicine that you've dished out to our community for so long through the years. And I want to address what you're trying to make the show out to be.
10 minutes.
Detroit.
Don't Detroit me.
I want to say thank you for that amazing night.
We don't rock with you.
Because it was amazing.
We don't rock with you.
And when DL says the people left disheartened and disappointed,
they did.
They were ashamed and embarrassed. Well, let's address that.
They were.
Because I think it's only fair. From my understanding, Josh Adams kicked butt. From my understanding, Sister Ava Rodriguez kicked butt.
Those were the other comedians on the show.
Now, I can speak for me because I was there. When I walked out on that stage in Detroit, those beautiful people, they gave me a standing ovation.
When you walked out.
Those beautiful people gave me a standing ovation. Now, what has happened in that moment, and this is for the comics who have so much to say. Come on, sweet babies, because this is comedy 101.
Okay, teach us.
When you are the headliner, you have to meet the challenge, regardless as to who goes in front of you and what is said.
So you literally went on there. You literally went on there, attacked, destroyed. She said on this live stream twice so far that her goal was to destroy D.L. Hughley from the get-go. No matter when she went on, she tried to go on last. She tried to finesse him. And her goal was to destroy D.L. Hughley. Listen, this is a woman that is seeking for destruction in her path. Everything she touches burns down. Everyone she aligns herself with is a simp. She literally want to set him up. This y'all queen? And guess what D.L. Hughley still did? Went out there, performed, and never said one thing about her. Now, D.L. Hughley is a comedian that more often than not has a profession of going in on people, especially the people that's in the audience or other comedians. You don't think he could have did that? What he did was he saved face. He operated professionally. He still protected you against yourself, despite the fact that he could have went in on your fat ass like I did. He know all about your whack husband. He know about your bad character. And he has years of history on you, but he's still chill, right? He's still chill. And even when he went on his show and he gave his other side of the story, he still never did it or said anything negative about you. But you know what D.L. Hughley still got? Opportunities, radio shows, people that want to work with him. And he did not burn bridges because he still, apparently, according to him, because he said it, there's never been one person that's ever said anything negative about the way that I do business. He still has his reputation, which is much more than I can say about you. Insane.
You have to meet.
I can't believe I'm actually defending D.L. Hughley. I don't even like D.L. Hughley like that.
A challenge. And what happened was when D.L. Hughley walked out on that stage, he could not meet the challenge. See, I've had to go up on stage after people have been booed. I got to go up on stage because I'm the headliner. I've had to go up on stage after people have talked ill about me in front of me. I still got to go up on that stage. And my job as the headliner is to make sure when that audience leaves,
but you wasn't the headliner.
Feeling fulfilled. So because you could not step up to the challenge, D.L. Hughley, you have now made it appear as if the night was bad. And if y'all were paying attention, my babies.
But finish your thought. Oh. He made it appear as if the night was bad.
He made it appear as if the night was bad.
They already had this rehearsed.
Bad, DL. Just your moments were bad, DL. And I want to address something else.
Yo, they already had this rehearsed. When she went off script, he brought her back on the script and said, hold on, wait a minute, finish your thought. When she went off script, listen, you know they pillow talking about D.L. Hughley. He probably imagining D.L. Hughley when he busting her down. You know he pillow talking about D.L. Hughley. He's probably thinking about him when he's busting her down. This is insane. If y'all can't see the setup and how y'all aunties are operating on a regular basis, then I feel sorry for y'all because you're going to find yourself in a position that's getting finessed by some lunch lady and she going to set you up and knock you down.
Because if you want to try to make me look unprofessional, let me tell you how much I get down for the people. I could have not gone out on that stage.
Cap. Yo, Cap. D.L. Hughley already broke this down. If she did not go out on stage, she would have been in breach of contract. If she did not go out on stage, she would have been in breach of contract and they would have sued the pants off Zaddy.
I could have not gone out on that stage. Because I
look at Otis.
I don't take those people for granted. I don't take the people for granted that may have paid their last dollar to buy a ticket to a show that I'm a part of. I don't take those people for granted that said, you know what, tonight I need to come out and release this. I don't take those people for granted. So I could have not gone out on that stage. But because of the people, I walked out on that stage and I said that to the people. So when y'all say, well, why didn't she go out? Because that's just not the type of woman I am.
And I want to share something.
No, we don't want you to share anything else, simp.
About this human being sitting to the right. When she says it, she really means it. She had the privilege of being told by a gentleman y'all may have heard of, who said, never stop being who you are. Always be you.
He didn't know you was going to... Hold on, wait.
His name was Richard Pryor.
Wait a minute. I don't think Richard Pryor was talking about toxic people. When Richard Pryor said, never stop being who you are, for some reason, in my mind, I don't believe that he was talking about being toxic. What is he talking about? Yo, he's talking about Richard Pryor as though he ever told a joke in his life. What does this man do? Who is he? And how is he even operating? What is his career and where did he come from? Look at this. I'm about to make it rain on Rita, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Woo. Yeah. I just made it rain on Rita. Who is this nigga on this nag? Jesus.
And there's a gentleman by the name of Rudy Hughley. That's the nephew of the legendary Paul Mooney. He was there and could corroborate Paul Mooney saying, you know they call you Mrs. Pryor.
Oh.
Why they call you that? Because you remind them of the female Richard Pryor.
How disrespectful. I don't know one person, not one person that has ever put Monique in the same sentence as Richard Pryor. Somebody tell me, when have anybody ever put Monique in the same sentence as Richard Pryor? Where, when, who, what, when, where, why, and how? Who, what, when, where, why, and how has anybody ever put Monique and Richard Pryor in the same sentence? Who's ever put Monique and Richard Pryor in the same sentence? When? When? I can always tell when Rita is sleepy because she starts scratching her back.
I'm telling my business.
I can always tell when Rita is sleepy because she starts scratching. Go ahead, honey. Do it one more time. Do what you just did. Do what you just did. Monique and this simp enforcer is so disrespectful. Oh my God.
Now, when you hear other comedians talking trash about her, you got that from comedy royalty. The king, before there was a king of comedy. So
what is he
that
talking
allows
about?
you to just keep moving forward and not take anything personally. But I say that to say, when you walk on that stage and you are a comedian, it is your job to be truthful to the audience.
What is he talking about? I am genuinely concerned and I'm genuinely curious. What is he talking about?
It's not unprofessional.
What is he talking about? Latavia J says, hey, Rita.
The latitude that a comedian is given. They are given a comedic license to speak in reference to their life. And
what the fuck is a comedic license? Did anybody give Hannibal Buress a comedic license to speak about Bill Cosby? I'm just curious. What is a comedic license? I have no idea. What is a comedic license? What is he talking about? Why is he here? Oh my God. Why is Sidney here? Why does this man that have this interchangeable man and woman name speaking on comedic licenses and Richard Pryor? Why is a man that is being fed and provided for and then subsequently letting his chick get WWE Hulk smashed by a BBC that is not his even speaking on this platform? Why is he here? Lord, deliver us from Sidney. Somebody deliver us from Sidney. Why is a man that has an interchangeable name letting his chick get Hulk smashed by another man even in the conversation in the first place? Lord, deliver us from Sidney. Oh, girl, you got that glow. You slapping. Come here, let me touch that butt real quick. Come here, girl.
That's not appropriate for the show.
Come. Butt. Go get the DoorDash. Go get the DoorDash.
She spoke about her life because she would be doing the crowd a disservice.
Thank you, my friend.
Hold all that back and say nothing. And part of the reason why we're having the conversation out loud, because there are many of us who've been enslaved in our thinking to believe that everything that happens that's volatile, that could be construed as embarrassing, should be kept quiet. And what happens is, in self-defense.
What is he talking about? Can we? All right, hold on. Wait.
If you were ever abducted in a parking lot.
What if you were ever abducted in a parking lot? What is he talking about? Listen. Can I please get a 1 in the chat if y'all want me to to fast forward past Sidney? Oh my God. Can I please get a 1 in the chat if I fast forward past Sidney? Jesus Christ.
You must scream and yell because that is your best opportunity for survival. Because if the accoster, if the rapist, if the abductor gets you in the privacy of their home,
what?
You're at their mercy.
Come on.
So when you stay silent, you are at the.
No, she didn't just hit him with the church. Come on. Let him have his way. Let him have his way. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward past Sidney because this is getting a little weird, to be honest with you. Honestly,
the mercy of trying to public end.
And please, my babies,
Jesus, that man.
Do your own homework. Pull it up for yourself, and then ask yourself, how many times am I going to get poked? How many times is people going to just start messing with people that's not messing with them?
Cousin Joey P said it's their job to be entertaining. This guy sounds stupid.
D.L. Hughley was going to get his ass handed to him.
Oh, we know.
Because once y'all go back all through the interviews, I'm going to be shocked. I will be shocked if y'all say, Mo, I'm surprised you didn't get this, brother, a lot sooner, because it went on for years.
What is she talking about?
And when Brother DL says, Monique does what a lot of women do, and that's weaponized feminism. No, what a lot of women do is they get mistreated because they're feminine, because they happen to be women. So when a woman takes the
wait. We're not just gonna skip past that. Let me just break this down really quickly. Let me tell you why you're with Monique. I'm gonna break this down all the way down. Listen, I got time today, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I got time today. I am going to break this down. I ain't got nothing but time. Ain't nothing happening out there in the streets. I got my DoorDash. Rita's over there chilling. She got her legs crossed. Look at her. She over there. Look, Rita, you dropping stuff?
Drop my fork.
Rita's over here chilling. I got time today, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to what this man just said. Every time a man opens up his mouth, watch this. Listen to what he said.
A lot of women do, and that's weaponized feminism. No, what a lot of...
Yes, they weaponize feminism. We literally just seen it from Jada Pinkett. We've seen it from Vivica Fox. More recently, we've just seen it from Amber Heard. Yes, she said, if you call the cops, nobody is going to believe you. Let me turn around and take a dump in your bed right there behind you. We know that women have weaponized feminism, that they weaponize the family court, that they weaponize everything that they can in order to be able to... Oh, Jesus Christ. This man is a simp enforcer. I call him to be king of simps. He is above Derek Jackson. He is above Jamal Bryant. He is above Moist Watkins. Oh my God, this man is a simp enforcer. We know that women are weaponizing feminism. Bro, Monique is a whole dude, bro. And her hubby is a whole chick. Listen, you know what feminism did? Let me tell you what feminism really did. I ain't even got into the rest of his statement. Feminism has him letting his woman. Oh my God. You know what his girl do? Hold on a minute. You know what his girl is doing? That's what they doing to her. Somebody is master stroking your chick when you not home. Literally. That's what feminism did for you, sir. How you like that? How you like that? That's what feminism did. Listen to what he's about to say. This is insane. Shout out to cousin Joey P. Thank you for rocking with me, big dog. Listen to what he's about to say.
Women do is they get mistreated because they're feminine.
The greatest weapon that a woman has is her femininity. The greatest thing that a woman has is her femininity. That's the greatest weapon that she has. It's the thing that's going to get her a pass in every single situation and opportunity. The greatest weapon that a woman has is her femininity. Randy says, thank you for the book recommendations, Anton. Everyone, please like and subscribe and plug into the Patreon and Discord group. Yeah, I got your message today, Randy. I had to respond to you immediately. What is he talking about?
Because they happen to be women. So when a woman takes the course of facing her...
He don't even know what the fuck he about to say. He's making it up as he goes along. Listen to him.
Takes the course of facing...
Say it.
Her opposition head on. She's a bitch. She don't know what she's doing. She being disrespectful. I mean...
Aren't you her manager? Aren't you supposed to be her provision and protection? Aren't you supposed to be the one that protects her more than anybody else that's rocking out here? Aren't you the person, the simp enforcer that's supposed to tell her, hey, baby, don't do that. Hey, that's going to make you look bad. Hey, be careful. Be quiet on that one. Listen, I'll handle it. Let me make the phone call. No, that's not what's happening here, sir.
What's the name of the book Brother Steve Harvey wrote? What was it called?
Act like a lady, but think like a man.
Whoo, this dude is simping at a sage level. Naruto sage level is what cousin Joey P just said.
I'm not equipped to think like a man.
Oh my God.
I'm not equipped to think like a man.
That ain't what I seen on stage.
Why does a woman have to think like a man?
Because that's how you talk on stage. Listen, she was manly enough to tell you that she wants somebody to pile drive her. That she didn't want to let go of that dude that was busting it down but wasn't willing to marry her. She was man enough to tell you that. She ain't have no fear of you, not even a little bit. Oh my God.
Accepted. And then when a woman thinks like a man and dealt with DL head on,
then you get to get dealt with.
But I gotta go back to this, Daddy.
Go back to it.
I can't believe
talk to him then.
Hughley, I can't believe Daryl Lynn, you a tender. Then that has nothing to do with your sexuality. It has everything to do with your heart.
They ain't got no whatchamacallit downstairs. They should have a microwave downstairs.
I can't believe you that tender. I can't believe. Oh, and she was. What is the word he uses? Because he's using one of those words.
It was vile.
Oh yes, I can't. You, brother, you are in your feelings. I cannot believe that, DL.
I didn't see nothing about DL being in his feelings. That's the problem.
Pay attention, baby.
You know what needs to start happening? It's going to happen sooner rather than later. I'm about to tell y'all what's going to happen. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. What's going to happen eventually? Somebody is going to get pissed. So, one of these days, a guy is going to treat a girl like she trying to act. You want to be super aggressive. You want to be super monstrous. You want to deep dive into this. Eventually, a guy is going to get absolutely pissed, and he gonna really treat her just like a man. She gonna run up on the wrong one, and I'm telling y'all, ladies, the strongest thing that you have, the greatest weapon that you have, is your femininity. It's the thing that can melt hearts. It's the thing that make men want to protect you. When you start acting like a man, somebody want to mush you in your face like a man. Real talk. Why you think guys get killed every single day and get destroyed every single day? Because they out here simping, forcing for a woman. I'm telling you. What happened to equal? I thought y'all wanted to be equal. What happened to equal? One day, a guy is going to stand up, and you know what's going to happen? Let me tell you what's going to happen. One day, a guy is going to stand up, and what's going to happen is everybody going to be chilling, and they not even going to bat an eye. And she going to be like, wait a minute. What happened to all of my femininity? Why y'all not protecting all women? And we're going to be like, oh, I thought you wanted to be like a man. You wanted to kick it. You wanted to do this. Take your L just like another man would and keep it moving. Shout out to Cousin Joey P. Yes, Fight Club started early today. Shout out to Cousin Joey. Fight Club is early today.
Pay attention. See, when you run your mouth about other people and you don't know who you running up into, and then you get to running into a brick wall, and then you want to play victim and fall out and act like you've been damaged. Come on. Like I said, I feel sorry for your family, brother.
Oh, okay. Back to the insults.
Yes, you may.
Another direction.
Back to the insults. Okay. Back to the sign language.
Then is trying to put forth the facts because we love our people.
Yes.
And what a lot of individuals don't know is the people that he spoke about Monique having a problem with, he said they all are the same. And they're right. They all were people.
You want water,
who
honey?
Stepped to her and she stepped back.
You got one? Okay.
Now that's the problem. If you notice throughout the years,
yes, right here.
What are the details associated with what makes Monique difficult? See, when they speak in generalities, it allows you to come up with your conclusion.
You wouldn't know because you're over there letting your chick get paid.
But they never go into the specifics. See, the specifics would be Monique has a problem with Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry. Oprah Winfrey for multiple reasons. Besides the fact that as a Black woman who privately said, and
Oprah's out here getting that bag.
Privately communicated to Monique and I that her position for not campaigning for an award was right and it was fair because everything she did was up on the screen.
So are you telling me, because listen, this is new for me. Are you telling me that Monique has a problem with Oprah because Oprah did not campaign for her for an award? Is that why Monique has a problem with Oprah?
I had no idea.
That's what they literally just said. Monique has a problem with Oprah because Oprah did not campaign for her for an award. When did Oprah owe her campaigning? Are you telling me that that's why she got smoked for Oprah? That's why she ruined her relationship with a woman that is a billionaire and owns a network? You know what's so funny about Oprah? It's not blackballing somebody by not wanting to work with them. I'm not stopping you from working with them. But if somebody come to me and they say, yo, do you want to work with such and such? What are your thoughts on them? I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm straight. That's not blackballing. That's you blackballing yourself by not understanding that your network is your net worth. And when you stonewall enough people, eventually nobody is going to work with you because you're creating a reputation for yourself. That's not blackballing. When everywhere you go, similar to what we see is happening with DL Hughley, we just seen it happen with DL Hughley. That is not blackballing. That's you automatically having a vendetta. And she said, listen, I've been chasing DL Hughley for years. He is going to get this smoke. He was going to get this smoke no matter what. I was coming for him. That is blackballing yourself. What are we talking about? Why you speaking on it and she ain't? Come on, cuzzo, that's BS. When you ruin your own reputation, what else can we do for you? Real talk. Come on, y'all. Come on, family. Get the likes up. Anton is in here cooking.
No contractual obligation to do anything for Lionsgate. When you have Tyler Perry, who privately admits the same thing, but also says anything they ask me to do is what I'll do. When you have a billionaire,
wait, what did Tyler Perry do wrong?
Let
me rewind that one more time.
Admits the same thing.
What?
But also says.
So Tyler Perry wouldn't advocate for her to get an award either, I guess. And Tyler Perry says, listen, if they want me to do something specifically, I'm going to do it. Tyler Perry is protecting his bag. You know how many people work for Tyler Perry?
A lot.
And he's supposed to sacrifice his reputation for you? Okay.
Anything they ask me to do is what I'll do. When you have a billionaire who says anything they ask me to do, I'll do. What begins to happen is they'll use his actions of compliance to put down everybody else. So Monique was supposed to do something for people that she owed nothing. Now, if you think that she was wrong for that, this is what I would suggest you do. When you go to work tomorrow, or if you're at work right now, go to your boss and say, listen, moving forward, I've been tripping. I've been looking for money at the end of the week for my job. Moving forward, I'm going to work for you and let you make money off of me and I get nothing in return. If you think that what she did was inappropriate, the black woman is violent.
So, this is what I'm gleaning from this, right? What happened was she wasn't under contract to do anything more than what she did. Cool. Wasn't under contract. Usually what happens is managers are the ones that ruin the relationships with the different people and will mess up your bag. So what happens is, and this is what I'm gleaning from this conversation. Shout out to Drippin' in Game. It says she has a spirit of revenge and destruction, and I bet it's a lot of broken up dishes at that house. I bet you it is too. Shout out to you. Let me tell you what happened. She didn't have a contractual obligation to do anything more than what she did. I guess it was for Precious or whatever, right? She says, I'm not doing it. It's not in my contract. You're not paying me any more money to do it. I'm not doing it. Now, of course, she doesn't have to do it, and that's cool. But guess what happens on the other side of that conversation? They don't have to participate in petitioning for you to win an award. So usually what happens, right? And I use this as an example for my own self at my own job back in the day, in which a boss of mine at the time said, Anton, I need you to do this additional stuff for me personally. I need you to help me do this A, B, and C. And this has nothing to do with the job, has nothing to do with your responsibilities. It has nothing to do with your job description, but I need you to do this for me. And I could have said, no, that's not in my job description. And I probably would have kept my job and I would have been fine. But what happened was I scratched his back. And this is what happens when we network, ladies and gentlemen. I chose to do it. And as a result, this man on the back end petitioned for me to go into positions that I wind up leveling up in that has secured my future for my family for the rest of my life. I can call this man today, him and his Escalade. I can call him today and he will make sure that he puts in a great recommendation or anything that I ever need. He will ensure that I get it. This is called networking. What she did was not want to do anything outside of her responsibilities and obligation. Cool. So why are you advocating for and killing their name because they didn't want to petition for you to do anything when you said no to them first? And this is why people miss out on opportunities and bags because you think you're doing something in your own best interest, but in reality, you're killing your own opportunities. So they didn't have to do anything. They never robbed you. They never took a dime out of your pocket. And then this is the payback that they get in return. Okay, let's continue.
Violated so much that y'all heard the recording of Tyler Perry saying he was wrong and he was going to make it right, and he is yet to make it right. But nobody.
Well, you killed his name.
Anything to
you
him
still killed his name. You still talking about
Tyler Perry. There's a quote that goes, "Some people are fearful of the truth, They are fearful of hearing the truth because they are afraid it will destroy their illusion.
This is unfortunate.
We don't want nobody to take away our God. And we got to be connected more, not to who the celebrity is, not more to who's black, not more to who's white, not more to who's a Democrat, not more to who's a Republican. We've got to be connected to what's right.
Okay.
And sometimes when you're connected.
So let me tell you why he's speaking like this. Let me break this down. Let me tell you why he's speaking like this. The reason that he's speaking like this is because she's the one that pays him. It changed the whole dynamic of the conversation, don't it? She's the one that cut the checks for him. So let me see you protest at your job, Zaddy. That's the reason why somebody can get their BBC up in her, because she's the one that cuts the checks. Why aren't you protesting, Sidney? I'm curious. Why do you think that this plays out the way that it's playing out? Why do you think that this is playing out the way that it's playing out? Take your own advice, protest because it's not in your contract, and make sure that you don't do what she don't want you to do. Cannot believe that I'm saying this. Cannot believe that this is playing out the way it's playing out.
The ridicule associated, but we rather face the ridicule associated with doing what's right than face the personal ridicule that we would impose upon ourselves for standing there and letting wrong happen and say nothing.
Okay, Zaddy.
Address the contract and a deal memo.
May I help you with that?
Yes, Daddy. Yes.
Please forgive me.
This is so fake. This is the fakest thing that I've ever seen in my life.
Not the free style. I pulled up the difference between the two. This will give you it in a nutshell. A memorandum of understanding, or the deal memo that D.L. Hughley presented to the people. It says, a memorandum of understanding is a document used to articulate an agreement between two or more parties. The document is likely to detail the scope of the agreement,
Is this still reading definitions?
the length of the agreement, and the state how the agreement can be terminated.
Is he reading definitions?
A memorandum of understanding is often used before parties are ready to make a.
Let me get to a better part.
Repeat that before and I'm with. As a result, parties can typically avoid the.
Hold on, wait a minute. Why does he have so much talk time? Why does he have so much talk time? I've literally been pressing the fast forward button. I don't want to hear him talk. I want to hear Monique talk.
The agreement with you parties terms and can legally binding have a standard.
You know that.
Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on.
Be hidden, such as the truth.
You know how you keep watching our stories over and over and over again, and the only thing that changes are the faces because the stories remain the same.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want our babies to believe that a deal memo is anything close to a contract, what are you feeding us, DL?
Okay.
You know that's a deal memo. You can put anything you want to put in the deal memo. That's what you would like. And D.L. Hughley has yet to still show his signed contract.
Wait. Let's back up. Why would I show anything more than what I showed for you? When did you become the boss of me? When did you become the boss of me? Your fat ass was supposed to be there at 8:40. You showed up at 8:38. You already had an agenda to make sure that you tried to nuke me. I got there at 9 o'clock because I go on at 9:40. What we talking about? If you got a problem, then how come you didn't take it up with the promoters? Why are you still talking about D.L. Hughley when you are not holding the promoters accountable? Why are you not suing the promoters? Why are you not suing them for breach of contract if that's what it says in your contract? I'm curious. Please show me the lawyer lawyer that is suing the promoters and then highlighting how they did you wrong because they were in breach of contract. But no, you took yourself up on that stage because you know that that's what it said up in your contract that you were supposed to do. And D.L. Hughley won. And D.L. Hughley is going to win even more because he said his piece and he letting you just kill yourself. He's letting you literally just go in and destroy your own well-being. And you got this simp enforcer behind you.
When I see the comedians having these conversations, it makes my heart hurt for y'all.
For us.
Because it's making me understand
I'm not
how
a comedian,
they are able to exploit, take advantage, use, misuse. I understand.
I wonder if Netflix is ever going to give her another deal.
Because when y'all start standing up and you're fighting against a sister that's saying, you've got to treat us fairly.
No.
You're fighting against a sister that's saying, I earned that position as headliner.
No, you didn't. No, you did not. You don't just get things because you feel like it. Want me to tell y'all exactly what your value is? The value of a person or the value of a thing is what people are willing to pay for it. I'm going to say it to you one more time. The value of you, Monique, which I believe that it's went down significantly after everything that they've done, because I'm pretty much guaranteeing that Netflix will not offer Monique anything, considering that she's horrible to work with. The value of you at the time was $500,000, according to whatever everybody was telling me. $500,000, which is probably a little bit too much. As a result, let me say that one more time. As a result, the value of you and that thing and the contract that the manager is proposing to you is what people were willing to pay for it. People are unwilling to give you anything. You get what you can negotiate. If they don't see you any more valuable than exactly what it is that they propose to you, then guess what? Cousin Joey P, thank you for the 50 ball. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. Cousin Joey said, Cuzzo, they talking about being paid BS. Really? We don't work in a cow pasture? I don't see no cows around me, not even one. Which means no matter what game has to be played, I'm just saying, you have to know how to make the money that you're seeking. The game is played where you're at and not where you wish. Let me say that one more time for Cousin Joey in the back. The game is played. The game is played where you at, not where you wish, not where you want it to be, not where you imagine it, not what you think. You get what you negotiate, not necessarily how you feel. Take your feelings out of it. Oh, you brought me another beer. Rita is really trying to do a number on me, y'all. I'm gonna just tell you. It's my lip. It's on my lip. I'm looking bad out here in these streets. Okay, girl. She trying to. You know what she trying to do.
Didn't nobody give it to me?
Yes, they did.
I earned that position. You got a sister that's saying, listen, I'm, as D.L. Hughley would say, $100,000 that Tyler Perry tried to offer.
To be quiet about it.
To be quiet and make it go away. If I was selfish,
he tried to give you $500,000.
I would have had the conversation privately. See, I know the moment I say it out loud, I know the ridicule is coming. I know I know that it's coming full force, but you know what? I don't care.
And when they say We don't like the way they do
Well, then
business.
take what happened on the back end.
Why is it they don't get specific about what it is that we've done? The problem.
Thank you, cousin Joey.
With Monique, as with many black women, y'all not supposed to stand up for yourself. You're not supposed to stand up for yourself. If Tyler Perry says anything they ask me to do is what I do, and he's a billionaire, well, who are you to stand up for yourself? See,
but then stand in, girl.
Crazy.
Here's the thing about it, though. You can do what you want to do. You can stand, you can sit down, you can crawl, you can walk. But at the end of the day, you got to take ownership and responsibility for no matter what you do, the space that you're in. No matter what you do, it's your responsibility to own the circumstances that you in. When you do what you want to do, you then have to take 100% of the responsibility that you find yourself in. If you can't negotiate a contract, if don't nobody want to work with you, if it's something wrong, then it's your fault. This is your fault.
We crazy because everything that we're communicating goes.
See now, hold on, wait. Watch the simps. Watch the simps. Listen, look at this. Look at this. Hold on, wait. This is not breakdown worthy. This is only because you don't like Monique as a person. Now, why wouldn't I like Monique as a person? Why wouldn't I like Monique as a person? Which is fine, but this is OD. No, she continues to go on live. She wants to give us content because she wants us to understand her side of the story. And I'm telling you that what she said was that she was going after him before the contract or the show was even finalized in the first place. She already had a vendetta against us. Now, why is this necessary to break down? Because I want y'all to see why or what we have as issues within the communities that we serve on a daily basis. This is what men are up against. They up against these ugly, stupid, evil modern women that paraded themselves as traditional, but they really modern aunties. And the simps like you and him that is in this video that is supporting it. This is what we up against. I don't like D.L. Hughley. I don't like his political stances, and I don't even necessarily care for him as a comedian, but I respect his business, I respect his grind, and I respect his work ethic. Let me say that again. I respect his business, his grind, and his work ethic. Can't nobody take that away from him. I don't necessarily care for LeBron James politics, but I respect the fact that he's done a lot for communities. He's definitely a stand-up dude, especially as it relates to really presenting the image that young men around the globe should aspire to be like, especially how he raises kids and he's married his wife and he stayed with her and he's rocking. I cannot like something that somebody does and respect them as a human being. I'm objective like that. So I went off on D.L. Hughley before, but now I'm defending him because he's right. It has nothing to do with how I feel about him. Get out your feelings and stand up. Stand up. Let me see what she's talking about. I'm going to see if I can find this Vivica Fox part. I've never watched this.
You know what, Daddy, though? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
But if you're trying to get...
I'm so sick
But they don't have... Don't forget us when you make it. I'm sorry. Don't forget. A little place called Baltimore, Maryland.
Shut up.
It's no different from Philly, DC, from the what it is that we're saying. Granular discussion that we're having. You had one black getting.
Where do they talk about Vivica?
It took his family.
Does somebody know the timestamp where they talk about Vivica? Because
that circle.
This is silly.
And said, do right. Do what's right. And you know what? He was big enough as a man. The fault comes in when you know you made a mistake. Woman right here, because y'all people are called her selfish. Y'all wasn't there on the set.
Yo, let me tell y'all something. Let me give y'all some game. And this is really what y'all really need to lean into, fellas. This is for fellas specifically. This ain't even for the ladies. This is for the guys. Let me take a drink. Do not, I repeat, let me give y'all the full screen. Do not, I repeat, do not negotiate with terrorists. Let me say that one more time. Do not negotiate with terrorists. Women like Monique and the simp enforcers that back them are terrorists. What you're seeing right now is literally an example placed before you in Amber Heard, Monique, and the like. And what you're seeing is what happens when you negotiate with terrorists. Tyler Perry tried to appease her. Lee Daniels tried to apologize and make right, even though I don't believe that any of them was wrong. D.L. Hughley tried to give her an opportunity, and from the get-go, she was out to get him. Do not negotiate with terrorists. What happens is the more you give them, the more they want from you, and they will never be satisfied. And what's happening to D.L. Hughley is what happens to simps. You all right over there? Is what happened to simps every single day. They make sure that they back these chicks up every day, and then they kick them in their face as a result of it. Stop negotiating with terrorists. Real talk. Shout out to Antoine Bolton said, nobody's talking about her calling a black man a bitch. What would have happened if a black man would have went on stage and called a black woman a bitch? I'll wait. You know what would have happened. You know what would have happened. We all know what would have happened. It is no secret at all. Stop working with occupational hazards, as D.L. Hughley described her, and the simp enforcers that back them. I guarantee you. Well, I'm not going to even say that. Let me find this spot on Vivica, because y'all out here, I can't believe y'all out here simping for these aunties. Amazing.
When it was a white gentleman, I was given directions as a producer over the direct. It's difficult.
I'm so tired of hearing this dude talk.
D.L. Hughley said he gave me a chance. Well, here will be the question. To do what? Mm-hmm. What did you give me a chance to do?
Jump on stage with him.
You weren't the promoter. No monies came from you. Who are you?
Well, no, ain't nobody going to see no Monique by herself.
The arrogance.
Thank you, Machoism TV.
That you could
appreciate
speak
you
like that. That I gave her a chance.
Yep.
To do what, DL? And then if you're going to tell it, please don't mislead people. DL and I were scheduled to do another show together. I want us to address it.
That's dead.
I want y'all to do your homework.
You know that ain't happening.
If you remember the Super Bowl show that happened in LA, there was a time that D.L. Hughley was on that show. And then there was a time that he just wasn't.
But you were the what on that show?
Headliner. I was the headliner on that show. All these other times that he speaks about, it never came across our desk. So stop trying to
That's cap
over the community's eyes. And what I would ask of the community.
Bro. Now, all of a sudden, none of these other shows came across her desk. None of them other opportunities. Y'all got to be able to read through it. Listen. How do you know it's cat? I'm an expert. I'm an expert in breaking down people. You got to look at the details. When has Monique ever not spoke with conviction on the things that she absolutely believes to be true? She go hard in the paint. She tells all of the personal details, and she absolutely positively will release personal conversations and talk about everything that people said or didn't say, or what they promised or what they didn't promise. Now, all of a sudden, it's something to just skip over really quickly. Oh, it didn't come across my desk. Come on, man. Dub Will, if he didn't do anything for you, then why come at him? Facts. Why is it so meaningful for you? Listen. I told y'all. Yes, you are right. I did mention that this video was coming. You can read it. Every day. Definitely cap. Skipped right on over that. D.L. Hughley specifically said it was 3 other shows. He named the cities. And then all of a sudden, it just skip on. It never came across my desk. Come on, man. If y'all can't see what's happening here, shout out to Cousin Joey P. Cuzzo. She kind of dangerous. Kind of. This is a terrorist. Monique is kind of the Charlotte from the Charlotte's Web, and everybody else is the pig. Falling off, so she wants everybody to carry her death message because she can't. Facts. I can't believe y'all not seeing this. And people ain't calling her out on their BS. Not as much as I am, I guess, anyways.
What I would beg of us.
Don't beg me.
Stop being so quick to jump on the bus, whichever way it goes down the street. Be
not the
brave
bus.
enough to listen to what it really is, not your emotions.
Take the emotions out of it.
Listen to the facts of what it is.
Got my listening
ear. Listen to what I said.
Got my listening ear.
I feel sorry for your family. I feel sorry for your wife.
Don't speak on my junk.
Listen to what I said.
Don't speak on my junk.
Listen to what I said when that man said, would your husband, or that woman said, would your husband rather sleep with these people? Ricky Smiley, would you be offended if someone said that about your loved one?
No. Dog, you said D.L. Hughley was not even there. And when you called them, you asked them not to air the episode, and they decided against it. If it's a lie, she told it. She literally said that she called D.L. Hughley and said, hey, I don't want to air this episode, or I wouldn't air this episode if I was you, so on and so forth. That's literally what she said, word for word. And that D.L. Hughley was not even there. This woman is evil. Evil, and painting a narrative because she's ugly and she's spiteful.
How about you, Roland Martin? Would you be offended? If someone asks you that about your wife, how about you, Kim Whitley?
And
maybe this is what she's gonna call out Vivica Fox.
He was also speaking in reference to wanting to give Monique a chance.
She probably
people have warned him against it, as if he had some sort of prophecy seeing into the future ability. Let's clarify why he felt that way.
Why did he feel that way?
See, there was a show that he was doing on TV One called the D.L. Hughley Show.
Yes.
Which I thought was a pretty decent show.
They reached out to me to ask if Monique would come on the show. I informed them, per her statement to me, that she would not be coming on the show.
Come on. Okay.
Wait, what is happening?
Okay. You got it, sweetness? Okay.
They then
I was about to say, what the heck is going on?
Came back and asked why. I said to Monique, would you like me to tell them? She said, please do. I expressed to them, Monique,
he looking like a Mississippi pimp,
going on a show with an individual who was supporting a man that she thought was a friend, that would blindside her with the question that was ultimately putting our people down. So it was at that moment that DL knew there was a problem between Monique. But if you notice, he never made mention about that.
Why not?
See, we get into the specifics because we don't have anything to hide.
I'm sorry, Daddy. The way D.L. Hughley is playing it is as if I just came from out of left field and just jumped on this man. No, D.L. See, what you can't erase are the interviews. You can't erase your words. Those are your words. You can't erase calling me mentally ill. You can't erase calling me all of these slick things, brother. That's what you said.
I agree. I think that she is mentally ill. Oh, y'all thought I was going to say I agree with what she's saying right now. I think she's mentally ill. I genuinely believe that Monique is mentally ill. I believe it. Honey, what do you believe?
Yeah, something ain't right with her.
You said something ain't right with her? I agree. I think that something is genuinely wrong with Monique. I'm not the only one that see it. Rita sees it. Listen, Rita has no problem telling me exactly what she thinks. I believe that something is mentally ill with Monique. And the more that she has people like this in her corner telling her that she's right and all of this other type of stuff, this is what you're going to have happen. Lesson learned, DL.
Now you're trying to trick our community. So when you're talking about I turn people against you, No, DL, you do a.
He didn't say that. He said you tried to turn people against me.
And what happens is when you get your own medicine, now we sit here. And I want to address something else, Daddy.
Talk to him then.
When I listen to people like DL Hughley, and he says, and calling him daddy, that's so weird. And I listen to the people like the Breakfast Club. This daddy thing, that's so weird.
Rap, for real.
And I listen to some other people.
Hopefully she listened to Anton from AntonDaniels.com because I'm a nuking. Hopefully, listen. I'm a nuking. Patrick Hill says she looks like an unwrapped mummy. Cousin Joey P says, I agree too, 100%. Shout out to Cousin Joey P, the sponsor of the show. Dub Will says, if she felt the way about Dio calling her mentally ill, then why do a show with him? The cap is strong. Stronger than acid. Stronger than acid. And look at everybody that she named. Dio Hughley, The Breakfast Club. These are all people that she literally got beef with and called out by names, including Charlemagne the God.
Isn't it weird?
It's not weird.
They got us thinking love is weird to each other.
Is that what you did on stage? Love? Is that what she did on stage? Did she love?
So we have bought into people having enough reverence and honor and respect to call each other mama and daddy, and they've made our community believe that that is weird.
How is it respect to call your husband daddy when you treat him like a son, according to what D.L. Hughley says? How is that respect? How is that a sign of reverence? I look at it as a sign of dominance and submission.
That's what I was gonna say. I think that she think that she's being submissive.
Oh, is that what she think?
Calling him that.
Because she went ham on that stage. It wasn't nothing respectful about her. It wasn't nothing submissive. All I seen was masculinity parading and jumping down. I thought that them heels was gonna collapse that she had on. I thought that them heels was gonna collapse. I did. I thought they was gone.
Really? So again, when I say I feel sorry for your family, I stand on what I said.
Oh, so stand on it then.
Because anytime you're pouring into the community to show your spouse how much reverence you have for them,
okay,
how much love,
yeah,
honor, and y'all have bought into it is weird. And I want to address it because I see some people writing down, oh, that go her husband again. That go, yes, there he goes again.
What did they say? That go to her what?
He goes here, he will stay. And because it looks so unfamiliar,
okay,
to see a black man,
yeah,
standing with.
Hey, get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up.
Because it looks so unfamiliar to us. Some of us sweet babies will try to pull it apart.
But when you get pulled up by Miss Sherilyn in the Whole Foods and she grabbed you by your arm and she pulled up a girlfriend who easily was in her early 70s and they say, we proud of how you stay by that black woman.
Fam, don't nobody care about Sharon and Whole Foods that pulled you to the side and said that. Did you hear what he just said? Yeah. A chicken whole. Jesus Christ. This man is the weirdest dude that I've seen. I'm not going to say of all time, but in a long time, this man has. Dub Will says, technically calling your husband daddy is disrespectful. Your husband outranks your father. That is true. Your husband do outrank your father. The Bible says cleave to your wife or your spouse and basically let go of your parents. I don't know. I missed that part of Bible study. I missed that part of Bible study. They didn't make me quote that one. Shout out to Patrick Hill says, after she eats, she needs to sit under the air fryer. Is that what they call it? The air fryer? No lie, cuzzo. If a woman called me Zaddy, that would feel a little weird. If a woman called me Zaddy, I know that I'm beating it down. It's going down. Meet me at the mall. It's going down. Meet me at the club. It's going down. Everywhere you see me in it, meet me going down. I don't know. Remember that? Oh, is that it? Meet me at the mall. It's going down. Meet me at the club. It's going down.
I think that's it.
I don't remember.
We're proud of what y'all doing. We can take all the ridicule, all the insults from anyone. What we trying to imply and confirm for individuals that are together, utilize your mate, because the system, the business, the world is designed.
This dude annoys me. He annoys me.
Out of the individuals that you've seen,
he annoys me so much. He's such an annoying nuisance. He's an annoying
how come
beetle.
And the reason
he's
not
like
in the best interest of
he's like
to speak to the
listening to nails on a chalkboard
black artists, and the reason
from a dumb chalk. He's very annoying.
To the studio.
Oh my God! Somebody tell this guy to go away.
Monique was told by a former manager of a large agency.
Thank you, cousin Joey P.
He said,
"Oh yeah, he is."
Her perfume is sponsored by DiGiorno.
To be in the side of the studio.
That was a good one. Shout out to Patrick Hill.
Come and go, but the studios still stay.
And when y'all are saying Monique,
what did he just say? I didn't hear a word he said.
To call D.L. Hughley. If D.L. Hughley would like to talk to me and my husband, there's an open invitation. We would love to come on the show. But see, I didn't open up the door to this.
No, the answer is no. The answer is a definitive no. I'm not interested in inviting you up to my show. Nobody wants that. Nope. You could have called me, but you held on to this vengeance and this grudge for years, and then you tried to frame it and cover it up as a contract dispute, when in reality, you just admitted to us that he had smoke coming from the very beginning of whether or not he was going to come onto the show or not. Nope. You can't come on my show. You can't get no more visibility. We're not interested in talking to you. We want you to go ahead and let your career die. Take you and your Zaddy with you, and your inability to even get $500,000 when Dave Chappelle and them is getting $20 million a piece for each show that they do on Netflix. Walk away. Step away from the Step away from the car.
D.L. Hughley opened up the door. Now you want to run and hide and close it, and now you want to talk and act as if you have been victimized. That's where the shame should come in.
They said, Anton, hold on,
wait. The embarrassment should come in. See,
say, Anton, check out what Lunel said. Her perspective on things is usually solid.
Is the lady that was on our
Lunel was just on Lunel was just on a flight here. Literally, I was in first class. Rita was talking to her about her nails on the plane. I don't got to check out what Lunel said. We actually talked to her. I'm not going to expose exactly what the conversation was. Rita was sitting next to her. I was sitting right in front of her. Lunel sit right behind me on the first class flight plane here. I never even said that. I didn't even want to tell y'all that. Lunel said right. You talking about the lady with the blonde hair? Is that who they talking about? She had blonde hair. She had long nails. She had a Dave Chappelle mask on. She had black, green, and red glasses. She had a hoodie. She had a security guard that was not sitting in first class. He was sitting in the back. And then she got wheeled out by a wheelchair. I don't have to check out what Lunel said. Literally, on the first class flight, right here, on her way down here to Miami with me. She sat right behind me. I ain't got to check it out. I know exactly what's going on. Just Jay, I ain't got no heat for you. I'm just saying, Just Jay, I love you, Just Jay. You are the best ever. I'm just saying that I'm aware of what Lunel is, what you really feel. I have no smoke for you at all, Just Jay. I love you, Just Jay.
I told her I missed her. Did she respond back to me?
Rita said she missed you, Just Jay.
I had been looking for her.
Lunel was right behind me on my flight. Yep, short as ever. Said that me and her was talking about how bumpy the flight is. That's facts. Real talk. Shout out to cousin Joey P said he met Lunell 100 met her 100 several times. She 100. Lunell was actually funny. Yep. She said she missed you too, Rita. So let me go ahead and get back to the rest of this shit. Let's get back to rap.
There's no interviews y'all can find of me speaking about D.L. Hughley.
Oh, Rita, they said that she performing in
interviews.
She performing in Palm Beach this weekend. That's why she flew down here.
Yeah, she said she. Yeah, I don't know all the business.
Yeah, she told Rita a lot of stuff. I wasn't paying attention, and then Rita was like, "We just having a conversation." Rita like, "Oh, you know who that is, Anton?" I'm like, "Nope, I have no clue whatsoever."
And we met the guy from Insecure last week.
What was the guy from Insecure that was sitting on the plane? That dude was like 7 feet tall.
What's his name? Sarunas Jackson.
Sarunas Jackson. Never heard of him.
People that watch Insecure, his name was Dro. They'll know who it was.
Never heard of him, but that dude's head was practically touching the top of the plane.
He's 6'8".
6'8". Jesus Christ.
That you will find me speaking ill about D.L. Hughley. Not one, but there are several out there of him speaking of me.
And
I'm gonna check out the Corey Holcomb one,
Daddy, because it ain't personal. And others, you run your mouth. And now I would like to address the dog and your dad.
Jesus.
Because I always want to make sure I'm playing folks fairly.
Really?
See, really read what was written in reference to you having a support dog. Really read it, my sweet babies. Don't let a person like D.L. Hughley cloud your head on what he wants you to know. The words are there. The words are a person that would need a support dog.
What is she talking about?
Never speak ill about anybody because they have their own concerns.
Why she ain't got no smoke for Corey Holcomb? I'm gonna check out the Corey Holcomb breakdown
your
too.
Children and your family gave you that dog because you were really close with your dad and the love that y'all have, and you want to keep him with you all the time. I respect that. And I hope that your dad told you, son, don't mess with people that's not messing with you, because you're gonna get your
Oh my God. I don't even want to hear this last part of her statement.
ass handed to you.
This chick is disrespectful.
She's crazy.
She is literally disrespectful. This woman is quite possibly one of the looniest aunties. She might take the crown from Vivica Fox and Diamond from the Players Club. This chick is loony. Right after she said, I respect that, and then she had something to say. She is evil. She got so much vengeance in her heart. And yeah, his dad passed away. Who? D.L. Hughley's dad. That's why he got the dog, because it reminds him of they got him the dog and he named him after his dad because it reminds him of his dad that passed away. And that's what she's referring to right now. Mm-hmm. After she said what she said on the stage about it.
Oh, I didn't know nothing about that.
When people think that they so smart and that they so witty and they so wise and they just keep on talking and keep on talking and keep on talking, all of the demons and the dung is going to eventually come out of their mouth and it's going to show his head. It's nothing personal. After what she said, she's definitely nuts. Definitely nuts. I'm going to do the Corey Holcomb reaction.
I hope your dad shared that with you. So as you're walking the dog full of love in reference to your dad that is respected, I hope you take the principles and the morals and the values that Mr. Hughley fed into you to say, hey, brother, treat people like you want to be treated.
This hoe is crazy.
You treated Monique like you wanted to be treated.
This chick is literally crazy.
To that baby for years. How does that make sense for all the comedians that's watching? What are we teaching them, DL? They got involved into this conversation right here, and y'all started speaking foolishly. What are we telling the babies coming behind us?
Don't say anything about no baby.
I know for some of y'all, it ain't important to y'all. You got yours. They got theirs to get. It's important to me.
Cap, what's important to you is to be the headliner and sneak dissing and faking a funk and doing all of this stuff that's not necessarily adding value into anybody's life, and the pump faking, and then to have this simp enforcer backing you, when in reality, what you really doing is showing your tail, showing your masculinity, and showing you why we don't rock with these aunties of yesteryear.
What they see It's important to me that they did see that contract. I'm glad you showed that contract.
Lorinda
Sweet
Elaine
ladies, if
says
you are your own business,
she definitely
you should
tried to
have your
weaponize
own
women
contract.
against DL.
I don't know what kind of
Facts.
business DL does. That he would have a deal memo and say that that is a
She definitely tried to weaponize women against DL. Monique is patronizing, condescending, and narcissistic. No go. Shout out to Lorinda Elaine. I appreciate you, love, for rocking with me and continuing to contribute to the platform. You are a gem. You are a gem.
contract.
And you now know, for those who didn't know before and those who heard, the difference between a deal memo and a legal binding for yourself. That has been, how many times has this happened? Until why DLs have written contract for them.
I don't want to hear him. I want to hear Monique.
What's right?
I want to hear more lies from Monique.
Questions about my professionalism on that stage. I've been doing this for a long time. You
want to know what people usually do? Let me tell y'all what people do when they trying to pump fake. Let me tell you what they do when they trying to pump fake you. And they always, I can't stand when older people do this. Let me tell you what they do. It's usually when they losing or they can't substantiate their argument or whatever it is that you're saying is actually outwitting them or is making more sense than what they say. What they do is they do something like this. I'm older than you've been born. I've been doing this for a long time.
You know what that means to me?
What does it mean to you, honey?
You've been doing it wrong for a long time.
Absolutely. If you've been doing something for a long time and people still not fucking with you and you still saying the same thing over and over and it's wrong, that means you an old fool. You an old heifer. You an old fool. You's an old hoe. What Yo Gotti? What Yo Gotti say?
That's what I thought about.
What Yo Gotti say?
You's
an old hoe. Something. That song where they be like,
break it up.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
I'm on my own. Break it up. What'd he say? You's an old hoe. Or something like that.
Hater.
You an old hater. Yeah, that's what he said. You's an old hater. You's an old fool. You a fool. You just been doing the same thing wrong for a long time. And that's why you still ain't getting the type of money that you think you deserve. That's why you ain't never got the real accolades. And anything that you've ever done, you've eventually ruined it, even if it was supposed to be good. You are old fool. That's what you are. I can't stand when people try to pull a rank. I've been doing this long. I'm older. Respect. No. You've been ruining and tearing everything that you've ever done up for an extended period of time, and we finally catching it. We finally catching it. Shout out to Patrick Hill says Sidney is texting his dude. I ain't got no panties on. T-shirt and my panties on. Yo. Why do I have a reference to a song? That's how you know I've been on this earth for a long time. Is that when everything you do, you got to reference back to a song? He got his T-shirt and his panties on. T-shirt and his panties on.
For those of you who have questions about how I handle my stage performance, listen, that's my stage performance, and I'm unapologetic about it, Vivica. I'm unapologetic about that stage that I go.
Oh, that's what
Vivica A. Fox.
Yo, this is when they talk about Vivica. All right, so we get to the Vivica part. Let me rewind it real quick. Let me back up for a minute. Because we got Lunch Lady versus Lunch Lady now. I gotta put this on the big screen. We got Lunch Lady, lunch on lunch crime. Auntie on auntie. Have y'all ever seen y'all aunties fight before? That junk is hilarious. You's an old hater.
About how I handle my stage performance. Listen, that's my stage performance, and I'm unapologetic about it, Vivica. I'm unapologetic about that stage that I go on.
Vivica who?
Vivica A. Fox.
Now wait a minute. So I gotta figure this out. Who's more relevant? Who's been more relevant in their career between Vivica Fox and Monique?
Probably Monique.
I don't know about that. How?
Because Monique had she had a couple of series. Remember that she did?
The Parkers?
Yeah, she did. She was on something else, I thought. And she got more movies than Vivica Fox.
No, she don't. Vivica Fox got one of the highest grossing movies of all time in Independence Day.
Vivica Fox was in there?
She was in Independence. She was Will Smith's wife.
I don't remember.
I'm not a Vivica fan either. But I don't know if she's been bigger than Vivica. Has she been bigger? I just seen Vivica do like an insurance commercial the other day. She was talking about tires and stuff. I said, where did you get that from?
I think Monique probably, I don't know.
I don't know. Rita, Vivica was in Set It Off. She was in Independence Day. I mean, they both old haters. But if you want to go back in time, I don't know. I might think that Vivica might have as far as movies is concerned, Vivica has her beat.
But just because Vivica Fox was in Independence Day, she's not the reason why the movie blew up.
That don't mean nothing. Samuel Jackson was in plenty of movies that was already going to be popping if he hadn't got in it, including the Star Wars series, including Coming to America, including a lot of other movies. That doesn't necessarily mean that his career isn't relevant as far as the things that he's participated in. I don't know, Rita. I don't know, but I know this lunch on lunch crime has to stop. Lunch on lunch crime has to stop. For the longest, I was looking for examples of toxic femininity. Now I got two in the last couple of weeks, Amber and Monique and Vivica. And Vivica B. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Shout out to Tyra. I think Vivica Fox might be a little bit, I don't know. She was actually she actually was a baby mama. Vivica was on The Apprentice. They say, but she got an Oscar for Precious. But that's only because she was acting like herself. Because she didn't have to act.
Did not like her. Really made me not like her.
Vivica does a lot of Lifetime movies now. A lot. Vivica was on Empire. Kill Bill 2.
Well, I'm not the movie person, so don't ask me.
Yeah, I don't know, Rita. I don't know, but I know this lunch on lunch crime got to stop.
I'm unapologetic about what I do on that stage. What you are not is a stand-up comedian by far. So for you to have any...
Wait a minute. If she watched Vivica's response, I know she watched that video that I nuked her. Because see, let me tell y'all about these celebrities. They be Googling themselves. They be Googling, they be looking on YouTube to see who talking about them and who said what. I know that she's seen what I said about her. And Corey Holcomb. Corey Holcomb is obviously the man. I know she's seen what Corey Holcomb had to say about her. And she ain't got nothing to say about Corey. She ain't got nothing. She know where she stand in the hierarchy. I know she know what's going on in these streets, especially her zesty husband, his zesty sales.
Questions about it? Ask somebody that can really educate you on what that stage is, not someone that want to host and take female comedians around and get paid off of their craft.
She got all the
See,
smoke.
I don't mess with anybody, y'all.
We know you don't.
A lot of individuals that have had a lot to say.
Hey, and then he gonna be her
individuals that have confided in Monique.
You know what he gonna say? She said, especially you, Vivica. He was like, Vivica who? Vivica Fox. like her girlfriend. Especially you, Vivica. Vivica who? Vivica Fox.
They were friends.
Through the years.
Like,
you mean friends like you and D.L. Hughley?
Like Sister Kim Whitley. Like through the years, y'all. So it is important for me to say this. It is important for me to talk to the little girls who is not here yet.
Don't talk to the little girls.
It is important for me to talk to the babies who's in the 7th grade and 8th
Don't do it. Don't do it.
grade.
Don't do it.
Thinking about getting in this business.
Don't do it.
It is important for me.
Listen, ma'am. Step away from the little babies that's not here yet and that's in the 7th grade. You are going to turn them into raging, narcissistic feminists. Let me say that again. Step away from the babies that are in the 7th grade and that are not here yet. Listen, If any of those babies just so happen to come across this live stream, I'm telling you right here, right now, step away from the Monique specials. Step away from Monique's Instagram. Step away from anything Monique and Sidney, the simp enforcer, related. I pray, Lord in heaven, don't let any of these babies, my babies, ever run into Monique's content, ever.
Me to let y'all know what to look out for. I'm obligated to do that. And I'm going to tell you why. When y'all gave me the title of auntie, I didn't ask for it. I didn't sign up for it.
Do you know why we called you auntie? Because you remind us of them old hoes that used to ruin families. You remind us of our aunties of yesteryear that was sitting around the table with a cigarette on, talking negatively about the men that's at the barbecue pit, actually going to work every day, busting a butt, and then making sure that they get a check to you, talking about happy wife, happy wife. That's why they call you auntie.
Campaign for it. I didn't write a letter. That's what you babies begin to call me. And I took it as an obligation.
Okay, girl.
And an honor for a community to now look at me as a 54-year-old woman and call me auntie. So my job is, and I'm obligated to say, this is what you must look out for. This is what you must watch out for. Because people that you welcome into your home, people that you break bread with, people that has cried on your shoulders, baby.
Hey.
You cannot be in your feelings when they go across the street and get on the bus to say, well, now we're going down to the left.
Hey,
it ain't personal.
Spit that game.
When you know the history of Hollywood. However, what I want y'all to know about me, it's important. I am not the sister.
We know.
Can y'all still hear us?
No.
I want to make sure.
All right. They turning the camera to the side. They don't know how to record no more.
Yes. What I am not is the sister that you can poke, that you can say what you want to say, that you can make fun of and you can joke, because what I am is a comedian. What I am is a comedian.
I got to look like this.
And see, Vivica, when you questioned and you said you side out of the audience about them saying they were clapping for me, and how could she do that? Were you listening to the audience in front of me?
No, ma'am.
They were entertained, sister.
No, ma'am.
They were laughing. Some were standing. Some were hollering. They were enjoying themselves.
Shout out to Patrick Hill.
Now
I can only see you from the side now because I got to watch the video like this.
Personal. I just want to address it.
Okay.
So that maybe y'all will think twice before y'all start speaking on people's lives.
Got a crook in my neck already.
And their decisions, because you have your own
Jesus issues. Christ.
And we have to stop being comfortable.
Turn your phone around.
Hearing the tea spilled on someone else, but now you are uncomfortable with a Black woman sharing her own personal experience.
Okay, talk about it.
She ain't dropping dimes. She ain't spilling the tea on nobody else.
On
somebody that we're comfortable with that.
Jesus, this doesn't hurt.
She's telling you, and
all right. So this is what we're gonna do.
How do we avoid the pitfalls?
This ain't right.
That's out there designed to catch us.
I'm gonna turn my computer upside down.
So June 18th, I'm gonna be in Raleigh, North Carolina. Come on. At the Duke Energy Center.
Now what?
And will I have some shit to say? Yes, but I keep the stage. I keep this. When we talk to our community, it's in nothing but love. And I love us for real. Despite what y'all
Yes, I did. Listen, I'm not gonna have my neck all crooked and toe up. I'm gonna turn the thing to the side. They turn the thing to the side. So why can't I turn the thing to the side? What am I supposed to do? Watch it the other way? How am I supposed to see it? I'm an engineer. I got to solve for certain things, all right? Oh, Jesus. All right. So listen. I think I've seen enough. So, listen. For those of you that watch this with me, I'm curious as to what your thoughts are. We've just seen Monique go ape shit. Continue to lose her mind and take her simp husband that she called daddy with her right on down the alcohol into the alcohol river from the razor blade. All right. Listen, y'all, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. This was a rare Saturday night live stream that I may do more often than not, because we got a part 2 that we need to break down eventually of Monique, because apparently she went live again. and we got to do the Corey Holcomb, and we got to do the Candace Owens video. Looks like I'm going to be busy over the next couple days. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Patreon. They said the other videos is even worse. Oh, man. Looks like we're going to have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. I love y'all. This is the longest it's ever taken me to break down a video, but this chick like to live stream apparently and get on the internet and talking. Listen, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Anton is going to be. He said I turned my neck sideways like I was about to bite a taco. Y'all so catty. Shout out to cousin Joey B. When a dishonest mouth has innocent ears. That was a good one. That was a really good one. That was a good one. Then you have a Monique. Oh, and by the way, I am spelling her name like that on purpose. Shout out to cousin Joey P in the building. So on top of my game, I'm coming in through the ceiling. I think I'm gonna spit some bars for y'all the next time that we come through. What you think, Rita?
You about to be back in an hour?
Yeah, we back in an hour. We go on Fight Club. Link is in the description. The Fight Club. Link to the Patreon is in the description. Link to my website is in the description. We go on Fight Club in less than an hour. On my other channel, this is Fight Club. We go in there at in an hour and 15 minutes, 11:45 p.m. Eastern. Adjust for whatever time zone you rocking with. We kicking it. We rocking. We gonna absolutely do the thing. I'm gonna be on Fight Club shortly. Listen, let me tell y'all a secret. Hopefully Rita can't hear y'all. Sometimes you got to take a nap. I'm about to take like a little small nap, and then I'm going to be on Fight Club, and then we rocking out all night long. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for joining me for this Saturday night, and then we're going to be on Fight Club in an hour and 15 minutes. I rock with y'all. I'm going to see y'all shortly. Peace.